out of space. Good evening. Okay, tonight we're going to be going through maintenance card, skill card number 5, maintenance drill. So we have some tools. We have an axe, a fern hook, and a McLeod tool, which we're going to be looking at how to sharpen and maintain. Okay, and this is all working towards your BF qualification. Okay, so we'll be running this over about a 10-minute session. So we'll be carrying out equipment maintenance on the specifications of the serviceable equipment of Raycos, McLeod tools, axes and hand tools, and I've said that before. Okay, maintenance work requires manual handling, as is listed in your book, and sometimes the use of sharpening tools using oils and chemicals. All maintenance activities have been risk assessed and appropriate risk controls are put in place to ensure training safety. What sort of risk? What are we dealing with? What sort of risks do we have while we're sharpening tools?
Cutting your hand.
Cutting your hand, yep. So how would we prevent that?
Gloves.
Gloves. Okay, what else?
Careful handling.
Moving away.
Yep, moving away. If we're using one of these, a file, what other hazards have we got?
Dust, the particles.
Yep, metal shavings.
shavings.
Yep, cool. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the key learning areas there. All right. So safety. Why is it important that our tools are serviceable?
To get the job done swiftly, because in a fire situation you don't always have the time.
Yep.
And for health and safety, you want your tools to be on hand, ready to go, but that's
Yep.
safe. They're not
Cool.
like got sharp edges, etc.
Nice. Okay. This drill requires trainees to understand what is serviceable equipment looks like and how it works properly, how to test, and what can and can't be serviced at a brigade level. So while a chainsaw can be maintained at a brigade level, can we service it, do you think? No, it's probably got to go off and get serviced, so things like that. And demonstrate how to complete periodic maintenance on equipment that is able to be serviced locally. So, let's talk equipment. So this, a bit of gear, I'm still recording, yep, is a axe, Pulaski tool, which for the viewers is an axe with another bit on the end as a hoe. Okay. Would you call that serviceable at this stage? Yeah.
Feasible. You can see the
Yep.
shine of the blade when you
Yep.
tilt it.
There's no burrs. There's no burrs. Just needs a bit of looking after, a bit of TLC, a bit of oil, and a bit of a sharpen. Okay, so that's that one. This is a file, as we've described. Now, and this is a vise. So, what we're going to do, we're all going to come over to the vise, and we're going to lock the head in nice and firm. We're just winding that in. Now that'll drop down out of the way. Does anyone know the angle we sharpen tools at?
Away from you. Or
35. 20.
30 degrees.
it's
Okay.
an angle. I was like, oh, go which way? Sorry.
Yeah, so you're sharpening away from yourself. So we'll put our gloves on.
Yes.
I probably should have done beforehand, but that's okay. I haven't sharpened anything yet. So you can use your firefighting gloves or a pair of rigger's gloves. Okay, that's all right. Okay, you don't have to put yours down yet. I'm going to pull mine down because I'll be actually sharpening at this stage. So I've got face shield, I've got gloves on, I've got the safety boots on. Okay, so we're going to find a 30 degrees, which is about that to the angle. And we're going to put our palm on there. Why wouldn't I put fingers underneath?
Because you'll cut your finger.
Yep.
Bring them back to it.
So you're going to go up and back. And you're going to try and keep that line all the way along. And you'll see it start to shine up. Okay. We don't want to go up, because if we tend to go up, we'll go over the top. If we go like that, as we're putting weight down at the bottom, it'll flatten it out at the top, and we'll just end up with a nice round axe. So we're going to sharpen across that way. Okay, are we happy with that? Okay, who would like to go first?
I can give it a go. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Nick, you wanna go?
Okay.
So check that it's serviceable.
Yep,
Start
no
with.
cracks in the handle.
It's all looking okay. I come up to the vise. I make sure that the head is in the vise.
Yep.
And I close the vise, which is that
Yep.
direction.
I'll hold it there for you.
2-person job.
Yep, cool.
That's done. I'll grab the
File.
and make sure it's ready to go.
Yep, make sure the handle's tight on it. Drop the angle down a bit. You're looking at about 30 degrees.
Find my
So it's a
angle
fair-
and don't put my fingers.
Yep, fingers out and just
And then
slide them up and
over.
back. That's it. Try and keep the. That's it. The whole body moving. That's brilliant.
And you can see it's coming up
Yep.
nicely.
Yep.
Okay,
Who's up
put
next?
that down.
Yep.
And release the kraken.
Second.
Sorry. And next person. Thank you.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'll hold it there for you.
Thank you. Okay, feel nice and tight.
There we go.
Okay, make sure everything's okay to you. That's all good.
Yep.
Goggles.
Good
Yeah.
prompting.
Good prompting. Put my hand on there, about 30
About
degrees.
30 degrees. Up and back. Across. That's it. There we go. We're starting a nice little edge on that one.
Okay.
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 You ready for your go?
Huh?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Loosen it off. Put it on.
Excited.
There
I am
you
so
go.
Okay,
Think of all the Canadian. Oh no, you going to America or Canada? Canada.
America. But like
I was going to say, all the actors are in Canada, aren't they? That's it. Out of the way. Oops.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright, I got it. Nice and tight, good stuff. There's a file. Yep, about that. So you sort of go up and across. Up and across. That's it, that's the way. Bit more of an angle if you can. So maybe like that. Like that. Yep. Up and across. That's it. That'll do, good job. Okay, so we'll leave that there.
Yes.
We'll just put the cover on it so we don't slice an arm off. So it's razor sharp now. Okay. So we're not going to sharpen all the tools, but what sort of things would we be looking at safety-wise in this? Would that be serviceable?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. What about the handle? Is that serviceable, do you think?
Looks like it. You'd be
Yeah.
looking for cracks or the wood
Any
disintegrating.
splinters like
Yep. So you can immediately see, like that bit there, see that's been rubbing up against something, that's a big splinter risk, and it's also a risk of, we put linseed oil on to try and preserve the wood and stop it drying out. So that goes out and that could splinter there. So that's cool. What about the other, the Rayco? Talk to me about the Rayco. So all these are angled at about 30 degrees. Just grab another one, there's plenty there.
Oh, big tiny.
Okay. So tell me about the Rayco. Anything there that you could potentially cause injury? So if you've got gloves on, you can actually, don't forget when you're using a Rayco, you're using like that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Slides.
So is there anything there that could potentially cause injury?
again, if there was any like splinters or anything was on the wall, anything like
The
that.
wood scraped off from this side.
If those bolts weren't done
Yep.
tightly, make
Yeah.
sure that that's not going to fly off.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
This bit of tape too, I'm not a fan of this bit of tape because it's a sharp edge. And through the course of the day, that constant running over it could
Yeah.
potentially do that. So, okay, so we've learnt how to sharpen. We've learnt how to inspect. We've learnt why it's important, which is
Health and safety. Make sure you use
Yep.
the correct equipment. That's not gonna
yeah,
cause you
prevent
injury.
injuries, yep, and get an efficient job done. Okay, we know why it's important, so you don't get injured,
Yeah.
and you can get the job done. When should we do this?
Should be done regularly and an inspection done after every use.
Yep. So
Before you-
after
before you
use,
pack it away.
it should be done. Like not directly, you might want to come back to the station to do it. A bit hard on the 5 grand, but inspected after use. So you might be working from 11 till 12. When you're having a lunch break, sit down and just inspect your tools and make sure that they're okay. Cool. So, all right. So, any questions? Questions from the floor? It collates with what you've got in the book there.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Okay. So. All right. So. Good job on the sharpening. You had good technique. You all did it safely. You all communicated and you all helped each other out, which is excellent. Anything we could have done better? Maybe had a bit of a cleaner environment would have been great, but it is what it is. Good work reminding with the visors. Eye protection. It's all right to say that in the environment you're allowed to go. If I'm running off without my helmet on, as captain, it's like. Even, don't worry. Your helmet, where's your bloody helmet? You know, I think that's important to get that communication up. Okay, so yep, we've met all the criteria, haven't we?
Do we have to use
We
the
have,
oil
we've-
and the
Yep.
Is that what-
Yep. So the drill requires trainees to understand what serviceable equipment looks like. Yep. How it works and works properly. How to test it. How to make it serviceable, and how to periodically maintain equipment. So that's cool. All right. Anything? So as an instructor, anything I did well? What did I do well?
Explain what you asked us to do.
The expectations were very clear.
Okay. Cool.
corrected technique because I wasn't doing it right. No,
Yeah, cool. Anything I could do better?
No, I was.
No?
I think that all worked
Nothing.
really well. I think
Maybe we could have gone through like a video of it prior to. That's something I just thought of then.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like actually watch someone sharpening instead of trying to
do
Yeah,
it on the
okay.
do it on the fly.
maybe a bit more time for us to practice.
Yep,
As
yep.
well. So we-
Okay, cool. So moving forward, that's the thing we do. We'll practice. So we might pick one tool a night, or one tool on Saturday, one tool on Tuesday, one tool on Sunday, and we'll just sharpen it.
Okay.
So we get that into second nature. Yeah, cool. Moving forward, it's for your BF. So once we've got that, it's important we still maintain those skills. So getting involved in maintenance, nights, blah 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 blah. Okay, I think that's it. Let me just check my check sheet. Confirm the learning objectives were met. We asked the participants. Safety issues briefed. Follow-up practice will be ongoing training. Yep, cool. All right.